Welcome back, Air Tennis fans. Today we're going to take a look at a new feature we developed for the Air Tennis app that provides coaches and players with the ability to draw lines in space. Now what these lines are, these are virtual lines in space that, while using the headset in the Air Tennis app, can be controlled by the controller here. So how this works is coaches or players can use a controller and draw a line anywhere, represent anything they want in different colors. So today we're going to use this to look at forehand swing paths. This feature is targeted towards the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old high performance players that are working with their coaches on swing paths, body rotation, racket preparation, racket drop, and so on, okay, in various different balls. As your coaches will tell you, swing paths will vary a little bit based on different balls, higher balls, lower balls, okay, balls that are 6 feet behind the baseline and so forth. So we're going to take a look at 3 different swing paths today. One with a contact point around 2, 3, 4 feet behind the baseline, contact point around the baseline, and then a short, like 3/4 court forehand that we can drive through the court. I'm going to use a controller to trace my swing paths of these 3 different balls, and we're going to discuss them and go through different the reasons why they differ in different areas. Thank you.
Okay, this is the new tool that we developed with the Air Tennis app, which is the ability to draw lines in space and change different colors. Okay, in this particular tool, what we've done is we've traced the ball paths, the last 3 forehands you just saw me hitting, okay, with the ball about 3 feet or so behind the baseline, contact points, a ball right around probably about 1 foot or 2 feet inside the baseline, okay, and then a ball about the 3/4 court ball here, contacting through here. So I want to take a look at these 3 different swing paths and point out a couple things that you see from the ATP Tour and the WTA Tour. This tool, this particular tool is really targeted towards high performance 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-olds so far that are looking at developing swing paths, understanding racket preparation, understanding the C swing path, racket drop, and so forth, giving the junior a visual of what it should look like. So in later videos, we'll provide examples of this, but these are examples where coaches would look at, would draw a line using the controller with the correct swing path in a certain ball. The player would come up, junior come up and trace that in a different color, and then try to copy this swing path and then use the rackets to trace the swing path as well. So if we take a look at this swing path here, is we're starting the racket take back right from here with all ATP Tour, WTA forehands. The racket goes at least above the shoulder in terms of height. Okay, it doesn't go level to the waist. It's going to go an upward motion. Okay, this laser is put out, the line in space here is put out about 3 feet off the controller, so it's about represented about the middle of the racket if you have a racket in your hand. So this would be representative right about here, about 3 feet away. So it goes from an upward motion. Mine's a little bit bigger maybe than normal, but it's upward here and it comes down, and it's going to be beneath contact point. So contact point here is going to be about 1 foot or so from my chest here. You see it's on the upward motion, which is consistent of all top players on the tour. Okay, you get that lift, and then it comes across the body. Now the finish on this particular one comes across the body here with spacing. So that's something to look at as well. A lot of juniors when they're starting out is they'll collapse and pull inside, which inhibits body rotation. If you keep the spacing away from the chest, this will allow you to rotate. And actually, this swing path actually pulls the ball down as well. So as I tell my juniors, as you get closer to the net, and we'll take a look at this for these 2 different swing paths, you can level out your swing to drive the ball through the court more. And then when you're back off the court, 3, 4, 5 feet, 6 feet behind the baseline, the swing path needs to come around the body to create more spin and pull the ball down. So if we look at this blue swing path here, same type of concept. Okay, starts with this racket preparation here. I get up high, okay, drops below, contact point about a foot or so from my chest, but it's extended a little bit here, so it's not pulling in as much. There's more spacing. The blue line's a bit more linear out, pulling that ball all the way out there. And then from the green standpoint, same concept, okay, drops below, but this line actually goes forward. Okay, so the finish, the swing path from the contact point still's got some lift on it, which is important to see. Some players think that this level-based swing path means you're basically going flat through the ball. It's not really the case. You're dropping beneath it, okay, still get some lift, but then you're extending it through here instead of going across the body like you see on the red swing path here when I'm off the baseline. The green swing path here, you see extended more pulling all the way through. So the purpose of this tool in this initial video was to show you guys one of the newest tools we developed and how it can be used to develop high performance juniors at a young age, help them give them a better visualization of what swing path should be when they're starting out. Okay, and as our goal at AR Tennis is always to provide better tools for coaches to develop players and help juniors and collegiate players and other applications that we have better visualize what the coaches are trying to tell them.